My name is Charles Mertz, and I'm the third, retired from the U.S. Navy as a commander. My first duty after graduation was on the battleship Missouri, which just prior to that, 4 years earlier, the peace treaty had been signed out in Tokyo Bay in Japan. There's a nice plaque on the deck of the Missouri where that was signed. And at the present time, the Missouri, of course, is not a commissioned ship anymore, but it is tied up out in Pearl Harbor, right next to the spot where the Arizona rests. So if anybody wants to see that, it's still there. That ship is really big. Of course, I had heard about the signing of the armistice, the end of the war in Japan. I had heard about that, of course, and I had seen pictures of the ship. I was aware of what it looked like. I had studied somewhat about the armament and the dimensions and the capabilities of the ship in the Naval Academy. So I was not unaware of the ship, but it was a really impressive to see the ship itself. I think there were about 6 of us out of my class that reported aboard at the same time. As I remember it, we reported aboard down at Guantanamo, Cuba. The ship was down there for shakedown training. They had been in the shipyard for routine overhaul. And we were flown down to Guantanamo and went aboard at that place. So we were in an excellent spot to see just exactly what the ship did, because that's what they were doing, training and doing all of the things they had to do. All of the gunnery exercises, the combat type of situation. And I was assigned to the gunnery department, and that's where I started my gunnery business in the Navy. Normally, you don't stand on deck. When they're firing like this, everybody's inside the hull, buttoned down, all the hatches closed, and you don't really get the tremendous blast of the guns, because you'd probably be deaf afterward. It's very impressive to all of a sudden hear those guns go off and feel the ship move underneath you from the recoil. The 16-inch guns they had on board that ship were capable of firing what's the equivalent of a small automobile about 20 miles, and do it accurately at that distance. It's really very impressive.